No offense, really, because there's a lot of crappy cars. There's crappy things about every car. Even if you own a Bugatti, having to spend 20 grand getting oil changed, that's crappy. I don't care how much money you got, unless maybe you're Elon Musk. But anyway, I'm here. I'm sorry, no offense. 2008 Chevrolet Impala with the 3500 V6. I'm sure these cars were very nice new, and actually this thing has still got pretty good power. But I work on this for one of my friends, and it's just one thing after another. This is actually a different one for another friend. But the main thing for this is changing the belt, the drive belt. It's easy to do, but the problem is you can't really get to it. You can, but you can't. So I have found, working on cars for many years, is it's better to take a few things out than sit there and spend an hour or two trying to reach your arms around stuff. So with these generations Impalas, and I think this 3500, I think they did a 3300, I don't know, 3.5, 3.3, whatever it is. Anyway, you see the belt, okay? I'm going to put a flashlight on where the tensioner is, and it's there, that bottom. You see the pulley here, and that pulley there. I'm flashing that. Right below it is the tensioner, and there's a spot for your ratchet. You see the pulley here, and right here. God, I didn't want to focus. Anyway, right there on the side of that is a spot for your ratchet. You don't need a special tool. Your 3/8 ratchet will go right on that, and you turn it. Look at this, because I haven't started it yet. Looks like you would turn it up toward the hood to release the belt. Yeah, if you push it the other way, it's going to tighten it up. What I'm getting at, though, is, and I probably should have kind of did this backwards, is you just remove a few things. Takes a few minutes. It's probably going to cost you a lot of headache if you don't. First thing you do is you remove the battery. There's this thing right here. Hose the battery down. You got your two cables. Take the battery out, set it to the side. Boom. This ain't going to help you a lot, but this box, the fuse box, has two 11mm bolts. You can pull those off and try to move it over as far as you can toward the fender to give you more room here. The second, well, I guess the third thing is, and now I've got ahead of myself, I should have started, but I thought after I started doing this, maybe I'll make a little video to make it easy on somebody. I always say I'm gonna make a short video, it ends up being 12 minutes long for something that should take 30 seconds, but there's a hose here that comes back around and goes to your overfill tank. And it sits right here in this hole, and it's one of the major problems. See, it sits right on top of that little stud, that plastic protrusion. That's one of your main ones that's in your way. And there's two 10mm bolts, because every boat's got to be a different size. Two 10mm bolts. Once you pull the hose off here, you pull the two, it will slide up, set it beside the car. We'll have antifreeze in it. Be careful, don't pull the bottom hose off. I found out the hard way. It's going to pour out because, you know, sometimes you have lack of judgment. And then, really the first thing, there's this bar. See that bar right here? You'll see it immediately. It is going from here to here, and it's a brace. You got to take that off, take the battery. So bar, battery, move this over as far as you can, and take out your overflow tank. And lastly, you can pull some wires up out of your way. Be careful, these things have horrible wires. The insulation gets pretty bad and rubbery as it gets older and hotter, especially if it's not been taken care of. This one's actually in pretty good shape. I've worked on one where you could just pull the wires apart, and I had to run from the VVT, I had to run a new wire and pin it back into the computer, which is stupid, which is under the air filter box. If you're ever wondering, you got to take the air filter box out, and it's under there, and I had to run a whole new wire. So anyway, and then lastly, before you pull the tensioner back, pull the old belt off. Find your diagram. I don't see one on this car. It could have been before, may have came off, but I'm sure they're online. Take a picture, whatever. Then you have this right here is bolted to there with a 13. And you pull that off because the belt won't come off, and that's just holding it's holding your AC line here. Is it AC line? Yes. After that, now I just spoke about it for 5 minutes, but that really won't take, 2 minutes. You can have all that stuff off, maybe 3 or 4. You got to find tools and pull all that away. Look at this; it's wide open now. I wouldn't say wide open, but it's actually should be easier than doing an LS. So here we are. We're going to change this belt. Try to make it the easiest possible. 2008 Impala 3500 3.5. Make it easy on yourself. If you try to do it with all that stuff there, most people look at it and go, oh, got to go to the mechanic. It's not that hard. Anyway, hope it helps. See ya.